If you're a financial advisor or investing coach and you want to grow on YouTube to help people build wealth, but also build an income of your own, this video is for you. Many people think you need to be the next Warren Buffett or have millions of subscribers to make it work. That's completely wrong. I know investing coaches who are making 6 figures a year simply because they understand that YouTube isn't about going viral. It's about becoming the trusted authority in your niche, as well as getting the algorithm to deliver your content specifically to your ideal clients. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make an investing YouTube channel from scratch, even if you have absolutely zero knowledge. Then I'll show you the exact 8-step system that's working right now in 2026, as well as how to structure your offers for the best chance of selling them on YouTube. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact blueprint on how to turn your investing knowledge into a YouTube business. But first, we need to ask ourselves, why YouTube? Why not TikTok, Instagram, or LinkedIn? So according to a recent study from the FINRA Foundation, YouTube is absolutely dominating when it comes to investing information. So here are the numbers. YouTube is used by 30% of all investors for investment information. Compare that to other platforms. Instagram sits at 14%, TikTok at 10%, and Facebook at 15%. YouTube is winning, and we can see that aside from LinkedIn, it's the only platform that increased in popularity between 2021 and 2024. And you can see that it's the most popular social media platform for investors for every single age group. So if you're a young investing coach and you want to target your own audience, then YouTube is the way to go. And if you want to target the older generation, that is the generation that has the most wealth, YouTube is still the way to go, because even though the overall percent is lower compared to all the other platforms, it's still much higher. And personally, from what I've seen amongst our clients, in this age group, there's actually a lot less competition when it comes to investing channels on YouTube. A lot of financial advisors or investing coaches, they don't know where to start, or they're too afraid to put themselves out there. When it comes to growing an audience and making money on YouTube, the competition is actually way lower than you think. There's also the fact that basically every business is on LinkedIn, TikTok, and Instagram, simply because writing an AI LinkedIn post or making a 30-second video takes a lot less time and effort than it does to make a 10-minute YouTube video. As a result, the competition on these platforms is way higher, simply because everyone's on them fighting over that same smaller customer base. Meanwhile, on YouTube, the competition is much lower and the audience is much higher. So if you present your expertise in the right way, you can easily crush your competition. And another really important point from this study is that over a quarter of investors admit that they've made actual investment decisions based on social media recommendations. So your ideal clients, they're already on YouTube, they're actively looking for investment guidance, and they're making real financial decisions based on what they watch. And YouTube is getting more popular every year. So as they say, the best time to start was 5 years ago, but the second best time to start is now. Part 2, what's changed in 2026? Here's what's changed. YouTube is rewarding genuine expertise more than ever because the algorithm has gotten smarter at identifying real value, which means if you're in the investing space and you actually know what you're talking about, you have a massive advantage. But where most people mess up is the packaging and the presentation of that expertise. A lot of financial advisors or investing coaches, they have really good information, really good knowledge, but they don't package it in a way that works well on YouTube. It's all about giving the viewer really valuable information, but in a way that's engaging so that they actually keep watching and consume that information. And if you don't package it correctly, people are going to get bored. If they click away, it's going to hurt your channel's performance in the algorithm, and you're just not going to get anywhere. So in the next section, I'm going to explain exactly how to make an investing YouTube channel from scratch, even if you have absolutely zero prior knowledge. Part 3, the complete system. Step 1, define your positioning. So before you record anything, you need to get clear on who you help and why they should listen to you. So first, pick your ideal client. Maybe it's beginners, maybe it's millennials chasing financial independence, maybe Swedish people learning about ETFs, or people rebuilding their lives after debt. Next, you need to define the outcome that you want them to get. Maybe it's build a simple investment portfolio, or how to invest for retirement, or how to budget to clear your credit card debt. Next, you need to choose your unique angle or your credibility. Not something like I'm a genius, but why you're qualified, your results, your process, your experiences, your mistakes, your background, and your style. For example, maybe it's simple, maybe it's anti-hype, maybe it's evidence-based, maybe it's Sweden specific, stuff like that. You also need to be able to explain in one sentence who it's for, what they get, and why you. Because otherwise, maybe your channel will put people off because it will seem too complex, or even worse, maybe it will seem hollow and generic. Step 2, set up your channel foundation. Week 1 is all about getting the basics right. Set up your channel with professional branding and a clear value proposition, channel art that communicates who you help and how, and a clear photo of your face, because this is what people relate to. They relate to you, not your brand. For the banner art, the simple formula of I help my ideal client achieve the result my ideal client wants is a good start. You can use Canva, Photoshop, even Microsoft Paint. Just try to make something that looks pretty good. But pause the video here for some inspiration from some of the biggest investing YouTubers. But don't overthink this. You can always improve it later, but the most important part is starting now. Step 3, equipment. And this is something a lot of people overthink, but when you're starting, a decent quality smartphone camera is more than enough to get you started when it comes to video. Audio is actually a lot more important. So I'm sure we all have that experience where we click on a YouTube video and the audio is filled with clicks and static and all that sort of stuff, and it's really, really hard to watch. You don't want that. So I recommend spending just a few $100s on a cheap portable DJI or Rode mic. You can attach these to your phone or your laptop and it will make the audio quality a lot higher. For the background, simply choose somewhere in your room or in your house that looks pretty good, that has light coming out the window. Again, a lot of people overthink this, but there are people with 6-figure or even 7-figure businesses using this exact setup. And they're doing really well simply because they have the more important aspects of YouTube 100% dialed in. Step 4, learn the essential skills. So you need to learn 3 basic skills, and that's thumbnails, editing, and screen recordings. For the thumbnails, you can learn the basics in Canva or Photoshop. Nothing fancy, just clean text, good contrast, and your face if possible. And a great tip is look at what the biggest investing channels are doing and model their style. For editing, learn basic cuts, transitions, and how to keep things moving. You don't need super high level editing. Clean audio and basic cuts is more than enough to get you started, and it's enough to sell your expertise if your information is good. For screen recording, use Loom or OBS to record yourself in a small bubble in the corner of the screen like this. People need to see your face because that is what they relate to, but sometimes you need to show complex information that would be too difficult to edit in after. Learning this skill will save you a lot of time. Step 5, focus on building trust rather than selling. Your videos should prioritize in giving value rather than straight selling. Ideally, the type of value where someone sees your video, they implement what you teach immediately and immediately see results. Because unlike traditional advertising, investors are browsing YouTube for a solution to their problems. If your videos come across as just an advertisement of you trying to sell something, they're more likely to click away, and this is going to hurt your performance in the algorithm. So I recommend only having 2 call to actions in your video, one about halfway, just a small quick one here, and then a little bit of a longer one towards the end of the video. It's also best to segue into the CTA in a really smooth way. So for example, everything I just taught here was part of a wider strategy, and you can see this strategy in my course or my program, etc. Another way that you can put your product in your videos is to actively use your product while you're giving the viewer value. So for example, if you sell a software that fixes investors' behavioral psychology mistakes in real time, then use your software while you explain to the viewer how to avoid those mistakes. But again, try not to make it too much like an advertisement. Another clever thing that you can do, and this is what Alex Hormozi does, if you sell like a course or a book, before you explain some sort of concept, what you can do is you can say, now I cover this a bit more in my book, but here's the gist of it anyway, and then explain it to the viewer in your video. But in the beginning, the most important thing is to actually put out content. It's much, much better to release 20 mediocre videos than it is to try and plan for one perfect video that never eventually comes out. Step 6, use YouTube SEO to dominate your keywords. In the search, you want to rank for the keywords that your ideal clients are actually searching for. You want a combination of technical jargon, but also generalized search terms. A good strategy is to target both specific terms, for example, Roth IRA contribution limits 2026, but also target broader terms like how to invest for retirement or passive income through dividend investing. Your video title should also include your main keyword naturally. Your description should expand on the topic and include related keywords. And your tags, these should cover variations of your main topic. The goal of YouTube SEO is to help the YouTube algorithm deliver your content to the exact type of people who might be interested in buying your products or services. But your actual content needs to deliver on what the title promises. This is super important. YouTube's algorithm, it's smart enough to know if someone clicks your video and then clicks away quickly, because that tells YouTube that your content isn't valuable to people. So the viewer might spend less time watching YouTube, less time watching YouTube's ads, and this is how they make money. In the end, they'll stop showing your channel to people. Step 7, build your email list from day 1. Every video should drive people to a lead magnet. That could be an investment checklist, a portfolio template, a guide to avoiding common mistakes, or a mini course on getting started. Start building your email list immediately, because even if you only get 10 people sign up to your email list, that's still 10 potential clients. Step 8, consistency is key. In 99.9% of cases, organic content on social media is a long-term game where consistent effort leads to exponential results. Your first video probably won't go viral, and your 10th video probably won't go viral either, but this is actually a good thing because a lot of people quit because they expect fast results. This creates a lot less competition for the people who actually stick with it. And I've seen the ones who stick with it for 6 to 12 months are usually the ones who build life-changing businesses on YouTube. And the great thing about the investing niche is once you establish yourself as a credible voice, people are willing to pay premium prices for your expertise. You can build a 6-figure business with only a few hundred engaged subscribers if you have a high ticket offer, if you stay consistent, and if you start with the right foundation. Part 4, the best offers for YouTube. What I recommend is structuring your offers in a way that marketers call a value ladder. So basically, a value ladder is simply a series of offers at increasing price points that guide someone from being a viewer to becoming a high-paying client. Because someone who's bought from you is much more likely to buy from you again, especially if they can see that your products are high quality and worth their money. But the first step is your free offer, which is your lead magnet. This is simply a small piece of free information like a short course or a checklist or a free basic tool. The goal here is simple, that is to get them on your email list and give them a quick win. When someone downloads your free guide and gets value from it, they start to trust you. They've taken the first step of saying, I want to learn from this person. The second step is your low ticket offer, typically between $29 and $99. This could be a 60-minute workshop on building your first portfolio, a mini course on index fund investing, or a template pack with allocation models and rebalancing calculators. This is where people get their first paid win from you. They spend real money, they get real results, and now they start thinking, if the cheap stuff is this good, the expensive stuff must be really good. The third step is your mid-ticket offer. This is usually between $199 and $699. This might be a 4 to 6 week program with live Q&A sessions or a complete self-paced, really detailed investing course. At this point, people are aiming for a full transformation. They're not just learning one concept, they're going from beginner investor to confident investor with your guidance. And the fourth step is your high ticket offer. This is usually anywhere from 2K to 10K. This is stuff like one-on-one coaching, a premium mastermind, or a complete done-for-you program. By the time someone gets to this stage, they've already got results through your low ticket offer and through your mid-ticket offer. So the sale is easy because you've already proven your expertise at every step of the way. You also want to make these offers so that the smaller the cost of the offer, the less of your time that it takes up. I see a lot of YouTubers who skip the mid-ticket offer and even some who skip the low-ticket offer as well. But the lead magnet and the high-ticket offer are absolutely essential if you want to maximize your business. So that's the value ladder, and it's how to turn YouTube views into consistent revenue. And this works great on YouTube because YouTube builds trust at scale. The free value in your YouTube videos pre-sells the next step. This means you have low friction entry, which leads to increasing commitment, which leads to higher LTV or lifetime value of the customer without any hard selling or pushy selling. It also aligns perfectly for a channel with content about investing education. Now pause the video here for a bunch of example offers that you can use for your investing business. Now everything I said in this video, it does work, but it takes a lot of time and effort. So if you're a business owner and you don't have enough time to do all this yourself, click the link below to learn about our complete done-for-you content system. So we handle everything from the overall strategy to the video ideas, to the scripting, to the editing, to the thumbnails, to the YouTube SEO, and the posting of the video. All you have to do is filming, which takes 1 to 3 hours a week. And if you haven't started and you want to start, we'll show you exactly what to do. But remember, when it comes to organic content on any platform, it's a long-term game. And if you're looking for some get-rich-quick scheme, then YouTube probably isn't for you. But if you're willing to put in the effort for 6 to 12 months, whether you go with an agency or whether you do it yourself, this can completely change your investing business. So I hope this video helped, and I'll see you in the next one.